Hi guys, I just thought I'd do a quick video today to show you my mobile setup and the latest install I've done in this car. So I've been using this ICOM 207H for a while, which is a 270 mobile radio. Works really well. I did a video which I'll put a link to in the description below where I took this TYT out in favour of that because it's always done me well, always worked really well, never had any problems with it whatsoever, and it's about 19 years old now. So I've been using that radio for a while now. The drawback is that it's only 270, designed for the amateur bands. It's not widebanded, and there is a mod out there to wideband this radio, but I haven't done it and don't intend to do it because I don't want to open it up and start soldering things and messing about with it. So that's the good old faithful radio that I've used for a good while now. And like I say, it's never done me wrong. Never had any issues with it. Now, quite a few times I've sort of been out, whether it be days out, weekends away, camping, driving around with a mate or whatever, and I've needed or wanted to listen to something like Airband, Marine, PMR, UK Simple, all those sorts of things, and without dedicated radios for each, such as a Marine handheld, a PMR radio, it's hard work. So I've decided to resurrect the TYT, which I've installed there in the corner. Now, this radio I've had nothing but issues with. I've done videos on it, so I had the issue where it wouldn't turn on because the cable broke that connects the radio to the head unit. That's happened to me 3 times now, so I've got a bit of a sturdier cable which I'll show you in a second, so I'm hoping this will keep working now. So basically what I've done is I've installed a second radio in the car, and it came into its own yesterday where I was in Liverpool. Well, I wasn't in Liverpool, I was at New Brighton, at Wallasey, and I could listen to the Marine, so I could listen to the Harbour Master, Coast Guard, all that sort of stuff on that radio, and it's just handy as a backup as well to have. So I'm going to show you the install now, so we'll just change views and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so this is the radio here, and this is just the control head for the radio, and it's mounted in the windscreen on one of these suction mounts, and this is a camera tripod adapter which is bolted onto the back of the head unit holder. So the microphone plugs into the side, and your cable that connects the headpiece to the radio plugs into the back, and that just runs down into this seal out of the way here, tucked in. So that's how we've got the control head mounted in the front of the car. The microphone just hangs down and clips on a hook. This is the microphone. It's quite a nice little microphone. I think I've shown this before anyway. So that just hooks down onto the front of the dash here. Now, if I show you my ICOM, that's the setup for the ICOM. You'll have to excuse how dirty the car is. We were camping this weekend, so it's a little bit dirty. It needs hoovering. But this is the ICOM setup here. Now I've screwed this in underneath into the bottom of the dash. So I don't want to drill any more holes into the car really. This is all plugged in down the side. You can see the power cable disappears under there. I've not really got another way of hiding that, to be honest, but that's a fused power cable that sort of disappears underneath there through the wiring loom and straight to the battery. So yeah, so that's the ICOM setup. Microphone wise, it's a little bit crude. If I can get it into view, we've just got these little stick-on hooks. These have been on here for quite a while and they last. And if you want to take them off, you just pull that, and it doesn't leave any residue. So that's the microphone hooked onto there. So that does a really good job. Now the microphone for this one is slightly different. It's got like the circle bracket bit on the back, which doesn't hook onto these very well. So for now, until I find something more suitable, this is just hooked. Oops, drops it. This is just hooked like that onto there, and that holds it into place well enough. It doesn't swing around or bang around when I'm driving. It looks like it does, but it doesn't. It hooks on absolutely fine. So that's the short-term way that I'm keeping the microphone on there. So that's the radio mounted in the front. As you can see, the cable runs down the side there and is hidden from view after it goes behind that rubber seal. So I'll show you how we've got the radio mounted in the back. Okay, so James Fletcher, I stole this idea from him. So James, please forgive me for this. He's got a car. I think it's a RAV4. Apologies if I'm wrong. And it has under seat trays. So I've stole his idea, and I got this tray a while ago from IKEA to use on something else, and never ended up using it. So this is the tray I've used. So it's a little bit, it's not quite the finished article yet. I've still got a couple of bits to do, but if I just unplug the power underneath there, pull this tray out, show you how it's put in here. So the power cable is on the back. The data cable that connects the control head is in there, and that just runs through a hole that I've drilled in the back of here. So this is the radio. So it's bolted into the bottom of here on this mount. If you can see that, you'll have to excuse these big screws here. I've lost the mounting screws that go onto this radio and the bracket, but that's how it's mounted into the radio, secured in the bottom of there. That's not going anywhere. The antenna plugs in to the back. The power cable comes out the side here. The antenna actually comes in through there. Quite a loud speaker in here. This is fixed in for now, but this is actually going to be coming out and going somewhere in the car where it's a little bit better. But believe it or not, even though it's under there, I can still hear the radio crystal clear. This speaker's pretty good. The one in the radio is crap, for want of a better word. So yeah, so that's how we fix this radio in. So if I just put the data cable through that hole there, and feed that in. That just goes through there, the tray goes underneath, and the data cable just fits into the radio like that. The speaker's plugged into the back. The antenna is already plugged in, and that just goes straight under the seat, out the way. And then again, just excuse the dirtiness of the car, but that mat goes in there and just keeps that nice and secure. And if I move the seat back, you'll see that it's completely hidden. So as you can see, the box that the radio is in is completely hidden from view, and it's far enough under the seat that anyone sitting in the back isn't going to end up kicking it. The antenna, the coax off the antenna runs under here, and then underneath the seat into the back of the radio, and the data cable, I'll just show you, just runs through there, and it runs back up here. Again, excuse the dirt. Straight up here, and straight into the control head of the radio. And this is fully adjustable. This radio head unit on here, so it can swivel from left to right, up and down, by unscrewing a bracket on the back. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Just thought I'd show you the setup. Mag mount antenna on the roof. There's two mag mount antennas on the roof that feed both radios, but I just thought I'd show you the setup. It's pretty basic, pretty crude, but it does the job. It works. James, I'm sorry for stealing your idea as well. But yeah, this radio definitely handy to have in the car. You know, instead of something like this, for keeping tabs on marine, PMR, all that sort of stuff, airband, etc. It would be nice if I could use that as a main radio, and you've probably wondered why I haven't. This on transmit and receive on the amateur bands, I haven't found great. I do a lot of portable work, and the front end on this radio is really easily overloaded, and it's quite sensitive compared to the ICOM. So for example, if I went up my local hill and there's a transmitter tower, you know, within half a mile away, it absolutely swamps the front end on this radio and makes it deaf. Whereas that doesn't happen on the ICOM. It's not prone to interference. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Any comments, questions, just drop me a message in the box below and I'll get back to you. And other than that, thanks for watching. 7-3 for now.